Welcome to Paranormal Wheelers. Today's story is about an adventure in Death Valley. This story started with the sun beating down on the desert landscape as our group set out into Death Valley. Our destination was an old abandoned mine that was rumored to be haunted. Despite the warnings from locals, we were determined to explore the mine and see if the rumors were true. As we drove deeper into the desert, the terrain became more rugged and unforgiving. The heat was unbearable, and we were all feeling the effects of it. But we pushed on, determined to reach the mine. As we approached the mine, a sense of unease washed over us. The mine was located in a remote area, and there were no signs of life around us. The only sound was the grinding of our off-road vehicles as we made our way towards the entrance. As we entered the mine, we were immediately struck by the darkness and musty smell. We had brought flashlights and headlamps, but they barely penetrated the darkness. The air was thick with dust and the sound of dripping water. As we explored deeper into the mine, we began to hear strange noises. It sounded like footsteps coming from deep within the darkness. We tried to ignore it, chalking it up to our overactive imaginations. But as we continued deeper into the mine, the noises grew louder and more persistent. We began to hear whispers and moans coming from the walls. It was clear that we were not alone in the mine. Suddenly, one of our group members screamed. We turned to see him pointing towards the wall, where a figure was slowly emerging from the shadows. It was a woman dressed in what looked like old-fashioned wedding dress, her eyes fixed on us. We tried to speak to her, but she didn't respond. Instead, she just stared at us with a blank expression. We could feel a sense of dread washing over us, and we knew that we had to get out of there. As we turned to leave the mine, we realized that we were lost. The twisting tunnels and passages all looked the same, and we couldn't remember which way we had come from. Panic set in as we realized that we were trapped in the mine with no way out. As we stumbled through the darkness, we began to hear more noises. It sounded like something was following us, something that wanted to do us harm. We could feel it getting closer and closer, and we knew that we were in grave danger. Just as we were about to give up all hope, we saw a faint light in the distance. It was the entrance to the mine, and we knew that we had to make a run for it. We sprinted towards the light, our hearts pounding in our chests. As we emerged from the mine, we were greeted by a sight that we would never forget. The sun was setting on the desert landscape, casting an eerie orange glow over everything. And standing in the distance was the woman from the mine, watching us with a cold, dead stare. We jumped into our off-road vehicles and sped away as fast as we could. We didn't stop until we were far away from Death Valley, our hearts still racing with fear. To this day, we don't know what happened in that mine. But we know that we never want to go back there again. The experience had left us all shaken and haunted, and we knew that the mine was a place best left forgotten. Thanks for watching.